So we're in Loughborough today, and the reason we're in Loughborough Pier and Hall is this is a Star of Art project, Rebuilding Lives in Loughborough. So it's the story of Ugandan Asians who came to Loughborough 50 years ago and have settled here. So they were expelled from Uganda, given 90 days to leave, and they chose to make Loughborough their home. So it's really exciting today. We're hoping to talk to people who came here so they can tell us their stories, and we hope to see if they've got any artifacts that they brought with them, and look at photos from Uganda as well as photos in terms of Loughborough. So very much we want to hear the Loughborough story of Ugandan Asians.
We are trying to interview people, get their stories about what it was like coming as a child refugee to England. What circumstances did they leave Uganda in? What are their memories of living in Uganda as a child? But also when they came here, what were their experiences of settling down in a new cold environment, going to school, building up their careers, and now bringing up their own families in this country. So those are the things we're looking at. So today particularly, we're looking for people from Uganda who've made Loughborough their home.
Navrang Arts worked on rebuilding lives, 50 years of Ugandan Asians in Leicester, and we've brought along Ugandan Asians from Loughborough to come and see and experience this particular exhibition. We've done that so that they can get an understanding of what it takes to put something like this together, but also how their own personal memories and journeys can be portrayed in this way. Walking into Newark Museum with those local Ugandan Asians was absolutely incredible, because they were blown away by the investment that had been made in capturing, sharing and commemorating the journey that they had been on.
Yeah, in Africa, we used to do that style, that type of hairstyle, and there were different styles as well. You know, you can do one and take it into 2 plates, or you can do 4 and then take it into bigger plates. So it was really nice, but we can't do that here. I don't know why.
Until the age of 16, before I came to UK, I never wore trousers. It was only shorts and chappals, slippers. And when I landed at Heathrow Airport, before boarding the plane, I was told you must wear trousers, otherwise it's very cold. That is the first time I wore trousers.
I didn't have any sweaters or blankets or anything in those days. I just came with a dress and that's it.
How did you find the weather when you came here?
It was very cold. Snow was, oh God, yeah. Very bad, very bad. And the buildings I could see, funny buildings I thought. Because in Kenya we never saw those buildings, did we? No buildings like that.
Made me feel very emotional today, and I've sort of realized that I haven't processed a lot of the things that we went through with, of coming here and what happened over there. I'm only learning about more of it through the exhibition and also through the internet, because I read a lot more about it. I mean, even at this age, sort of haven't had the closure, I think. So, and I still remember my school and my school friends, how different it was going to school in Uganda compared to going to school in England in 1972, and having to make new friends,
It was a sad feeling as well as a happy feeling. Sad feeling when I read all the things that they have put it on the display. It reminded me of the way I came here. It was pretty difficult for each and every family to get here. It's so sad that everybody thought I don't know what's going to happen to us. We don't know what's going to happen to us. I personally feel this is very, very educational exhibition. And I personally feel that all those people who has got no idea about what happened in Uganda and how they came here, it's very, very important for them to know. Just that in the beginning when I came here, I was scared of everybody. I just thought, I won't be accepted. Nobody will accept me. and things like that, but eventually it grew better and better. And the Ugandan kids, the parents Ugandan, but the kids who are born here, it's very, very important for them as well. They should know how their parents were living life in Uganda and how they are living it here, and they can learn from that as well.
So I'm really excited today seeing it all come together. We've been working on this exhibition for the past few months, and it's really nice to see that what we hoped would achieve with this exhibition has come true. And more than anything else, I'm so excited for the people we've interviewed. So today we've got the launch, and they'll be coming, and it'll be lovely for them to see their objects in the cases, their photographs on the wall, and their stories being told. And I mean, this was the reason we did the exhibition. We wanted to tell the stories of these people who had come from Uganda, had a really difficult time to start with, had been resilient, built up their lives here, brought their kids up. They had nothing to start with and they had to start all over again. But they did it, and 50 years on, they're all settled. They've integrated, which I think is really important, and also Loughborough is their home today. So it's really exciting. I also feel it's really exciting that the museum's opened their doors to tell their story, because I think that's what museums are about, learning from the past and telling the stories. We've had an amazing partnership at Charnwood Museum. They're absolutely, the staff, Cassie and all her team are fantastic, and the participation team led by Amanda have been amazing, the curatorial team with Richard. So it's been such a wonderful experience working with people who run the museums and the associated teams, but have really wanted to tell this community stories. And I think that's made the exhibition better, because we've had their expertise in doing some of the work, but also had community volunteers who've been involved in supporting us.
So the lady's just saying this is Tamu Ben Muru. She's just recognized herself in the photo. She was 20 when she came to Loughborough, and she used to work in the brush factory. And she said she didn't speak a word of English, but they were so good, they taught her welding, and they taught her
That's my dad. Worked at Shepshed Lace in Loughborough, Great Central Road. His name is Mr. Asli Giga, and he brought 6 kids back here, and started from scratch. Over there, he had 2 farms, 30 lorries doing transport, locked it and walked it with just £50 and 6 kids in his back pocket. That's what we had. We started from nothing here.
My name is Ramdev, and we were on the first flight on September 18th, 1972, and we were the first family to settle in Loughborough.
Yeah. My name is Bena, and I came in 1972. My father and my 2 brothers were the last people on the last flight in a 90 days limited time. So he was the last person.
What we were able to do here is something quite special. It immerses you, because we've been able to use the whole height of the gallery, and you feel enclosed within it. And so we try and draw you in different ways. I don't tell you things, I use the words of the Ugandan Asians themselves. So the exhibition is full of quotes from people talking about the photographs, talking about their memories, talking about the objects they brought with them. And it's wonderful, they brought these objects because they didn't want to forget anything of their experience in Uganda. And we've asked them to both discuss and share with us their experiences in Uganda, and then share with us also their experiences rebuilding their lives back in Loughborough.
So I've been a volunteer at this project about the Ugandan Asians in Loughborough, and what I've really liked is just I get to do different things. It's not just one thing. I've been able to interview people, I've been able to put objects in the cases, I've been able to use different kind of softwares to compile the oral histories, and I think it's just such a cool experience. I get to do different things and it's fun as well. I really love that this exhibition has that personal touch of the people of Loughborough. It's got the people who came from Uganda and they're really telling their story, and it's a refugee story at heart, and I love that. And it's not just a curator choosing a few objects and giving some facts. It's really got that story of a person and the things they had to go through and how they worked hard to have the life they have now. And I just love that, and I think it's giving respect to them, giving respect to Loughborough, and even other people who live in Loughborough who didn't know about this, they can come and see and feel another connection to the city as well.
I think it's been really interesting. I've got to meet a lot of different people and hear their stories. I think personally, because my parents and my grandparents both went through this, I never really understand what they had to do to get to this country, like the horrors they faced and how hard it must have been to like rebuild your life. In the past, when I used to see refugees like on the TV and the news, I didn't really see the connection to my own family, but looking at it now, I think that was my parents and my grandparents, and they had to leave everything they had and move to a new country. So I guess it kind of brings it more to light and makes it more personal.
Tonight at the launch of this exhibition, I have seen 90 new faces, people that have never stepped foot in this museum before, and that's exactly why we get involved in projects like this. The launch of this exhibition tonight has been the grand finale of an incredible journey that we've all shared together. It's really important to us as a museum service for local people to be able to see themselves in our spaces. And this project has supported people to tell their stories in their way. It's projects like these that make what we do as a heritage service real. The collaboration, the commitment, the passion of our partners, our new networks, our new friends means our museum spaces will be relevant and meaningful, and this is what matters.